Jai. Sky high. Yeah. I see you.
What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Sky High Lounge. Dig? 1 second.
He's just got that. He's got a heart of gold. He's got a.
Stop that. Just currently watching Club Shay Shay's newest interview with Mark Cuban. Yeah. If you haven't seen Club Shay Shay, go check it out. It's legit. Yeah, welcome to another episode of Sky High Lounge. Just want to say, first off, before we even get started, if I seem a little out of it right now, I'm sorry. I feel like death today. I do not feel good at all today. That's why I do apologize for the late drop on this video. Because I didn't even know if I was going to be able to drop one today. But since I started this channel, I mentioned I wanted to drop a video at least every Wednesday. And I feel like crap, but I'm going to try to stick to that. So here we are. So the first topic I want to talk, we're going to just keep it all sports today. First topic I want to talk about is Shedeur Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes. Their game this past Saturday against Baylor. That was an overtime for sure. That was a good game. And man, let me see, my boy Shedeur, he did his thing. 25 out of 41 for 341 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Yeah, and then what my boy Hunter do? Boy Hunter receiving 7 receptions for 130 yards with an 18.6 average. Defense, he only got 3 tackles. That's the main stat that stood out. But still, 3-1 now? And then who they got next week? Next week they got, let's see, I think it's UCF. Yep, UCF. And that one I believe that one's in Orlando. I believe that game is in Orlando. UCF, they 3-0 right now, but their previous 3 games were they beat the crap out of New Hampshire, 57-3. But New Hampshire, I mean, I don't think that school's really known for football. Sam Houston, yeah, they beat the crap out of them, 45-14. And then recently, they just barely got past TCU, 35-34. And TCU's a pretty good football program. So I don't know. Colorado, I would put my money on Colorado this week. I think, and they're like that. Their UCF is 3-0. They're undefeated. Colorado's got that one loss to Nebraska, I believe, right? So no, we'll see. This is definitely going to be a test for Colorado this week, especially going to Orlando. So, like I said, I'll put my money on Shedeur in them because yeah, Shedeur, he just had a hell of a game. What was the stats again? Oh, excuse me. Like I said, I feel like crap. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. Wait. Yeah, it was up there. There we go. 341 yards. 25 out of 41. So that's over 50%. That's like in the 60%, I would say. 65%. Yeah, that boy had a game. And you know that overtime drive that he had. So yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I'll put my money on Colorado to go 4-1 this week. But yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing this year from them compared to what I seen last year. So I think they're finally starting to get it together. But season's still young, so we'll see. And then the other one, God, this one's gonna hurt me to talk about. My Raiders. Do I even need to say anything else? Can I just Can I just stop the conversation right there? Good. Especially after that Baltimore game. I don't care what the score looked like. What was the inning score? I don't care what the score looked like. Panthers 36, Raiders 22. I don't care what the inning score looked like. We got our ass kicked. Plain and simple. Halftime, it was 21-7? Yeah, I don't care what the inning score. We got our ass kicked. And that is embarrassing coming from a team that's only won 2 games in like the last year and a half. But I seen it coming. I knew it. The minute they benched Bryce and they said Andy was going to start this week, I was kind of worried about that because in Andy's career, even though he has not started every single game, in his career, including this past game, Andy Dalton is now 5-0 against my Raiders. The first time he played us, November 25th of 2012, he was a backup for Carson Palmer on the Bengals. And they ended up, he didn't play. Carson played that entire game, but they won that game. What was the ending score of that game? Even though, like I said, Andy didn't play in that game. Carson did. And we lost that game 34-10. And then Andy's second game against the Raiders in his career was September 13th, 2015. Also on the Bengals. And he started that game. And we lost that game 33-13. Andy Dalton in that game 25 for 34 for 269 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, no sacks. And then Dalton's third game against us. He was a backup for, he didn't even play, but he was on the Bears. Justin Fields played us in that game October 10th of 2021, and the Bears won that game. The Bears won that game 20-9, but like I said, Justin played that game. Justin and Andy played a little. Andy was 1 for 1 for 8 yards. So he played like I don't even know how many possessions he played, but he won that game technically. And then what was his next one? He was a backup on the Saints October 30th, 2022. Backup for Derek Carr and Jarrett Stidham, both who used to be Raiders. Andy didn't play in that game, but they ended up winning that game 24-0. And then obviously this last game again with him with the Panthers, he played against us and he torched us. Good God, did he torch us? What was it? 26 for 37, which is like 70-80%. 26 out of 37, 319 yards with 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and only got sacked twice. So I called it. Andy Dalton, he's been, even though he hasn't played in all the games he's played against us, he's undefeated, and he's seen us multiple times. So the minute they benched Bryce Young and I seen Andy was started, and I just know my Raiders. You're going to come off a humongous victory where you were the underdog against Baltimore. Even though it was in Las Vegas, you were still the underdog, and you ended up winning that game. That's just my Raiders. That's been, I'm 33. That's been my Raiders for like more than half my life. Get one big-ass win, and then the very next week against a team that should be, a pretty easy win. There's no easy win in the NFL because they're all professional football players, obviously. But a game that you should win, that's just my Raiders for you. It's like, good God. And a lot of people, kind of gave Antonio Pierce criticism for his post-game interview. No, I've been pissed the fuck off too. And I loved what he said. Some people made some grown man decisions, and we'll be making some grown man decisions this week, or however he worded it. I love that because, yeah, something needs to happen. And I don't mind, it's embarrassing losing to the Panthers, especially with the way their last year and a half has been going. So yeah, it's embarrassing to lose to the Panthers, but I don't mind losing to, a team that is struggling because they're all pros at the end of the day. But we should not get our ass kicked the way we did against Carolina. So I don't know who even got this next week because our schedule does not get any easier. So it's like, yeah, I'm not looking forward to the rest of this season after what I seen from my Raiders last week. I'm not looking forward to the rest of this at all. I don't even know who we got next week. Let me see. Raiders. Yeah, it should be another game we should win. It's against Cleveland, which is a winnable game. Especially with the way they've been playing lately. That's another winnable game, but we'll see. I don't like it, though. Don't like it. That Carolina game was ugly. It's like every year you guys are making it harder and harder for me to root for you guys, but I ain't going to switch. I'm loyal. It is what it is, but yeah, so we'll see what happens with my Raiders this week. And like I said, I'm going for Colorado against UCF. I think they have a good chance of winning that one. But yeah, you guys let me know, and we'll catch you on the next one. JJ out.
I see you. Hope you see me.